Hey YouTube, Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday and your 2025 is off to a great start. As for me, wasn't bad, just dealt with a lot of personal and emotional issues over the holidays, which is why there was no 52 Weeks Friday video last week. Just wasn't in the headspace. But I am back and we are on week 4 of 52 Weeks Friday. Okay, so let's recap. Week 1 was drink more water. Nothing new to report. Still finding the water bottle hack to be the best way to accomplish this, as when I don't do that and just rely on filling up a glass as I need it, I drink way less water. Week 2, get more sleep. Honestly, the last couple of weeks, I haven't done too well in this department, but it hasn't been for lack of trying. I've just been dealing with a lot personally and emotionally that's been affecting my sleep. Some nights I am barely sleeping. Other nights I'm sleeping a lot. It just is what it is. But sometimes our bodies tell us what they need to cope through difficult situations. And right now I am trying to listen to mine. Hopefully my emotional state will even out in the next few days so that I can get back to focusing not only on healthy sleep habits, but adequate and consistent sleep. So week 3, the challenge was to get active. And if you did not watch that video, it's not about formal exercise like hitting the gym or going for a run. It's about getting off the couch, moving more throughout the day, and finding ways to stay active, even in small ways. In fairness, the week leading up to and during the holidays is always hectic, and typically all that's on your mind is last minute shopping and preparations. And that's where my head was at, more than finding ways to be active. Also, like I said, I'm going through some personal and emotional difficulties, so my head was there too. But that didn't mean that I wasn't consciously acting on this challenge though. I have 2 dogs and they can't be walked together. One is a leash reactive rescue that we are training not to be. We don't want her habits rubbing off on the puppy. And the other is a puppy who is still learning the fundamentals of walking and thinks that going for a walk with his big sister is a great time for a wrestling match. So currently they need to be walked separately. So that has been my get off the couch activity for the last couple of weeks, making a point to ensure that they are both walked at least once a day. And between their walks, playing together in the yard, playing with me, and training sessions, they get plenty of exercise and stimulation, so don't let the one walk a day fool you. But this wasn't about the dogs. It was about the challenge to get more activity. About halfway through this challenge, I started feeling like I wasn't doing enough to meet the goal. Sure, I was making an effort to walk both dogs at least once a day and squeeze more activity into my routine, but I wasn't doing much else. And that's when I started feeling like I was falling short. When you're trying to make changes, especially when it comes to habits that impact your mental or physical well-being, it can feel like you have to do it all at once. The way the book is laid out with a list of things you can do to achieve the challenge, it makes it seem like it's all or nothing. But here's the thing, sometimes doing better is doing your best. Let's go back to week 1's challenge, drink more water. If you're not getting any hydration through plain old water, it's impractical to think that in the span of a week, you'll go from a non-water drinker to getting the majority of your hydration from water alone. Which is why I suggested that if you don't already drink water, plain water, that you should make it your goal to swap one beverage, one coffee or tea or soda or juice a day with water. Week 2, get more sleep. If you're only getting 6 hours of sleep, it is realistic to go from like 6 to 6.5 or even 7 hours of sleep a night, but it's pretty unrealistic to think that you'll go from 6 to 8 hours in a week. So why would I expect it to be realistic to go from minimal activity to a complete 180 in just 1 week, or 2 as the case may be? It's not, and it shouldn't be for you either. So my suggestion is to start with one thing, one way of adding activity into your daily routine. Take the stairs instead of the elevator or escalator. Within reason, no one wants to climb 11 flights of stairs. If you're able, walk to the store, post office, whatever, instead of driving. I know for myself, while grocery stores are close to me, they're not so close that I can reasonably walk there and back with my shopping. But the corner store is well within walking distance, and I am disappointed to say how often I choose to drive there instead of walk. Go for a walk on your lunch break or after dinner. Doesn't need to be a power walk. You don't need to break a sweat. Just take a walk and explore your neighborhood. You would be surprised what you notice and who you meet. A personal favorite of mine, stand whenever you're talking on the phone, or if you really want to step it up, pace back and forth. Stand when you're doing chores such as folding laundry. Instead of trying to carry all your groceries in at once, do them in 2 or 3 trips. I give the book credit for this, but park farther away from the entrance at your destination. Once one of these becomes habit, then consider adding another activity. Now, maybe you're already doing 2, 3, 4 of these. You don't need to do the rest of them and then find 5 other ways to incorporate activity into your day. Pick one other thing, something you're not already doing, and add it to your daily routine. But I do want to say that there's a limit. It's great to be active and all, I'm all for it, but you'll drive yourself crazy if all you're trying to do is find ways to improve on something you're already doing fairly well. So maybe if you're already doing 4 or 5 of these things, maybe just give yourself a pat on the back. That counts as activity too. But let me know, how do you add activity into your day? Or if you don't, how are you planning to add it? All right, on to week 4, keep a food journal. I'll admit I have mixed feelings about this challenge. I have kept food journals before for a few different reasons, and while they can be helpful, I don't think they're for everyone. The book suggests using a food journal as a way to be accountable for the choices you make, and I think that's fair. That said, I do want to spend the week actually doing the challenge before fully diving into my personal thoughts and experiences with food journals. So for now, I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. And as always, I encourage you to follow along with these challenges and leave your experiences in the comments. On that note, if you enjoyed this video or if you got something out of it, please give it a like and share and subscribe so that you don't miss the next 52 Weeks Friday video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!